Hello again, YouTube. Lovell Hawes, prior enlisted Marine, military history buff, and overall somebody who just does a lot of research. And here recently, I saw Joe Biden pretty much mocking the AR-15 owner as he was saying, "Oh, you're going to be using it against a tyrannical government, and AR-15 isn't going to do much good against an F-15." And I'm like, yeah, if you were shooting straight at an F-15, most of the time they're at such an altitude that your round wouldn't even get there. It doesn't even go that far up. It would follow a ballistic trajectory and come back down. No, duh. But if that was the argument, then why did we make the Liberator? And the Liberator, which was officially known as the Flare Projector 45 or FP45, was this cheap little pistol that didn't even have rifling in the barrel that was delivered to the French resistance, the Maquis. And the Maquis would actually use this pistol to sneak up on a German, shoot him, and take his weapon. So a Frenchman might shoot a German officer and get a Walther P-38 or a Luger. Or a Frenchman might shoot a German soldier and get an MP40, a submachine gun, or might shoot a German and get a Mauser 98, or might even sneak up on a German machine gun crew and be able to take an MG34 or an MG43. Oh, now you got a group of angry Frenchmen with a machine gun. That was the point. Is that the Liberator was never meant to fight a pitched battle. It's like the AR-15 will probably never fight a pitched battle against any actual military. The idea is that if you're smart about it, you can actually use it to get a better weapon system. It's like, one person actually argued to me years ago that your AR-15 is going to do a lot of good against an Abrams, and I'm like, yeah, no kidding. The tank crew can't stay in the tank all the time. You wait until the tank crew gets out, and then you shoot the tank crew. Now you got their tank. Or you actually make it so that way they have to get out of the tank. Like you blow the track off. You use some other munitions you've picked up and blow the track off. Like say you find an M15 anti-tank mine. Like you, in some other moment, you actually secure one of those. And then when they get out of the tank to fix the track, you can then your AR-15 can be useful against the tank crew. Or you could use concertina wire to pop off the track. If you're actually place it properly, it pops the track. Or you could actually use the AR-15 in going after the Air Force base and destroy the F-15 on the ground. Or you could actually raid the Air Force base and take the F-15. Now you've got a tank, now you've got an F-15, now you've got a few more options on the table. Not what I would do in either of those cases. But you've got options at that point. Yeah, it's like the tank crew can't stay in the tank all the time. The F-15 can't stay in the air all the time. Both of them need maintenance. Both of them need to get the pilot down and have the pilot of the plane come down, or the tank crew needs to be able to stretch their legs a little bit and get out of the tank. It's like, no. You don't fight the enemy where he's strongest with something like that. Even when you do have great strength, like say the great strength of the United States military, you try and take on the enemy where he is weak. So, yeah, it's like, it goes to a quote in The Art of War: fight the enemy where he's not. And it's like that was if you're applying that kind of line of thinking then to it, it's like you're never going to engage the enemy in a pitched battle unless you want to distract him from what you're actually trying to do. So, that being said, yeah, that was a nonsensical argument. And it goes back to, if that's the case, then, and they say that the AR-15 and the M16 are pretty much the same rifle, which they are not, then why do Marines still have weapons like the M16? If they don't have an M16 or an M4, then they have the M27. All of them fire 5.56mm NATO rounds. These days is the M855A1 ball round. Yeah, it's like, no. If the AR-15 is no good against anything like an F-15, like the Russian equivalent is the MiG-29, then why do Marines still have rifles like that? And towards that end, why do Marines still get equipped with bayonets? If the quality of your weapon system matters so much. I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not just the weapon, it's how you use it. That's part of the reason why the Russians have not been able to secure Ukraine, because they have failed on basic war, and they wasted the opportunity that the surprise gave them. If they had actually done their homework, had actually gotten everything in place, and had planned for a 2-year-long campaign, they would have already been in Kiev by now, had the Russian soldiers in the capital having a cigarette and going, "Job well done." But unfortunately, that's not what they ended up doing. And even then, they still have to put down an insurgency, at that point. And the Ukrainians did do their homework. They are fighting very hard. Their morale is flying high, and the Russians' morale is not. The Russians aren't even encrypting their communications properly, which is why they've had, I think it's 7 of their generals killed so far. 7 of them, including one that was a Russian Air Force general who was flying an Su-27 when he was shot down and killed. So it's like, it's not just your weapons, it's how you use it. And that is a prime example with the Maquis, with the Russians and the Ukrainians today. I mean, the Ukrainians are smartly using their weapons. The Russians are not. The Maquis had to smartly use those liberators in order to make sure that they actually had good effect on target. And similar with any AR-15s. So, personally, I like the AR-15, but I do know that just like there's one thing that is definitely similar between the AR-15 and the M16. You have to clean it religiously. If you are to get one, please remember the Marines' 4 rules that we have on the range. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Never point your weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Keep your weapon on safe until you intend to fire. Follow those 4 safety rules and things will go a lot smoother if on any time you get the ranges. And learn those rules religiously. If you have to, go back and rewatch that video and rewatch this video and rewatch this video until you can recite them just like I can. Because they will serve you well. So, that being said, I've been Level. You've been awesome. Hope you have a great day, and I will probably have another beautiful tirade for the next time somebody says something really dumb. And it's getting to the point where I'm having a lot of tirades and rants about these things. So, where I'm going to point out these guys are just plain being idiots. But y'all have a good day now.